Yo, what's up, guys? It's your boy Josh Ramos, aka Wu Tang Shang, and you're listening to the 154th episode of True to Size.
He made a mistake. What's going on, everyone? And welcome to... No, we're going to live with it. You have to live with that for the rest of your life now. We asked you to come on, and before we could even introduce you, you made a mistake. What's going on, everyone? And welcome to True to Size. We are a weekly podcast centered around the wild world of sneakers. I will be your host today. My name is Lawrence Hopkins, and I'm joined by the rest of the quarantine at Canada Got Soul, Mr. Joel Hernandez.
Yo, yo, yo.
Mr. Alvin Martinez.
What up, y'all?
And, ooh, I like that. That was a little bit of Southern flair there. And
yeah,
he's probably Texas's most famous export, aside from Travis Scott. Not only does he have a diverse shoe collection, but he's also got a lot.
Ooh.
Alvin told us who the guest was this week, and we were like, really? Oh my gosh. Give a big giddy up and yeehaw to our longtime homie Josh.
Yo.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh my god, he
Yeehaw.
does it so good. Oh my god, it's like they're born with it down there. Just a whole yeehaw, giddy up, round him up, cowboy. Josh, thank you for being here, man. This is dope.
Thanks for having me, yo.
Of course. Oh, see, we already got a y'all again. Look at this. Oh my god, we have to start.
Southern slang, bro.
Guys, we
Southern
got to
slang.
start throwing in some A's and stuff to make him feel welcome. Some good old Canadian wholesome AAA. But yeah, man, Josh, thank you for being here. It's going to be fun. We've got a great show for you guys this week. We're going to start off getting super sentimental during the fire round. Then we're going to talk LeBrons in This Week in Kicks. After all that, we get to play our favorite games with our new guest, 21 Guestions, and Joel.
How much is that?
Followed by a brief discussion about what it means to be a sneakerhead. That's a very existential topic there. And get a little more info on what it's like to be a shoe fiend in Texas, y'all. That was pretty good, I think.
That was good, yo.
I think Ryan Swanger would be proud. But first, I have a story, and there's no other place to put it. There's no other place to put it, so I just have to tell it here because it doesn't fit anywhere else. And it's just something funny that I had to share with somebody. But Jill, my girlfriend now, she works in PR, so she kind of sees like the back end of stuff. And she, first of all, tells us that our name comes up a lot of times just in like random stuff. I feel like PR companies just kind of like share their seating lists and their media lists with a bunch of other PR companies. So we come up from time to time, and they just hired a new person who came from a different agency. And, she was like sharing her list, and Jill was going through it, and her cousin also works at the agency. And Jill's cousin was like, "Oh, I saw Lawrence's name on this Paramount list, like PR, like media list." I was like, "Oh, Paramount, I'm gonna be in a movie. Am I gonna be in a movie?" And then she was like, "Yeah, it was under a section for like dog Instagrams, like people, like when people make an Instagram for their dog, they thought that I was a dog." It was probably with like Coco's Instagram. Like it was all these famous dog Instagrams, and then L Doggy Styles. Like someone clearly did not do their research. They just Googled dog Instagrams Toronto probably, and just like listed out all of them. Because if you click the page, quite clearly I'm a human. I am a human being. So that's something I didn't know where to put that, and I had to share it somewhere. So I put it there. So not but first, but second, Alvin.
Fire round.
Yes, the fire round. We like to start every show with a quick hitting question from you, our listeners. And this week's question comes from Drew Hamilton, good friend of the show. He says, quick fire round question for you guys. What pair in your collection holds the most sentimental value, and why? So we've done this before.
Yeah.
We've talked about it before. I don't know if it's changed. It's been a while since we've done it. So it may have changed since then. Maybe it's the same story and it means more to you now because of COVID or whatever. I'll go first while you guys think about it. And mine There's obviously a ton. I'm sure one of you guys is going to say the same pair that I'm thinking, so I won't choose that one. But the signed pair of Justin Timberlake JTH Super Bowls for me is like, it's priceless. Like, you can't just get a signed pair of sneakers by somebody who collaborated on, like, it just doesn't happen. To have been there when it happened, like, seen it get done, it's on the actual shoe in like silver Sharpie, super dope. The whole the whole thing about the release was just so nuts. It was so cool. The big shock drop in Toronto at 306 Young, RIP. It was just the whole circumstance behind it was cool. So that shoe to me is priceless. And like every time I look at it, I'm like, this day was crazy. And this shoe is just so cool. Like if there was a shoe in my collection right now that would end up in a glass case, and maybe that could be a discussion for another week. If I could pick any shoe that in my collection that would go in a glass case, it would be that one. So that to me right now, obviously there's others, but is definitely high on the sentimentality list. Joel, what about you? What do you think? Most sentimental pair of sneakers for you?
I'm probably gonna have to go with the pair. Well, I'll save that one for Cuzzo. But yeah,
he better choose it now because we both passed it off.
Yeah, so I'll go with the very first pair that Mare my wife picked up for me back in the day when we first started dating, and they were the '01 Black Cement 3s. Like I said from before, from other podcasts, that she scooped them up on consignment, which was like, pretty heavy back in the day. It was like, big money. But yeah, she dropped, I won't say how much, but she dropped, like a fair amount of money on a pair of the '01, Black Cement 3s for me. And, I think they'll probably never leave my collection at all. They're due for a sole swap. The midsoles are done on them, but I think I'm just gonna leave them as is.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna leave them like how they are, not touch them. Just leave them like, just how they are right now. So
how you got?
But yeah, man,
yeah.
those are probably the most ones I keep close to me. Yeah.
All right, Alvin. So we all know, the three of us know which shoe we're all alluding to. So I guess it's up to you. Are you going to play superhero or supervillain? Are you going to choose that shoe or are you going to choose a different one?
I talk about that one all the time. I also talk about this one all the time, but I'm choosing the Air Skylon 2s that we got at Disney.
There we go.
Yeah.
But that's because literally, that was my first trip to Disney. I was literally a kid again. Also, I wore those shoes the day we went to the park where we went on the Elsa ride. And, Kaya's face, her reaction when she was on the ride, when she saw Elsa was like, it's just forever in my memories, man. That was probably one of the like most memorable moments as a father for now. I mean, she's only 4. There's going to be many, many more, but yeah, Disney, like, that's an experience. I never thought it would be that way. And blew my mind, man. So that's one of them. I know what pair you guys want to hear about, but next episode maybe.
No, that's the pair. That's the pair we all wanted to hear about. Fuck it.
Oh, okay, good.
That's the pair that all of us could have chosen. Like, that's like, I remember back in the day when we worked at Foot Locker, there was a pair that me, Alvin, and another one of our coworkers purchased. It was the Running Man Air Max 95. We got them from SVP for like $40, and obviously I regret getting rid of them now because they're so expensive.
Yeah.
But that was called like the team shoe or like the matching shoe, whatever, the friend shoe, whatever. And I don't have that shoe anymore. But like, this is one of the few shoes that the three of us all have. We all got them from the same place at the same time for the same price, $30. It's literally a $30 sneaker from a Nike outlet in Florida. Mine is by far the dirtiest. I'll definitely admit that. But yeah, like, it's like that's the thing though, man. Like, the sentimentality doesn't have to have a dollar amount attached to it. It's literally a $30 sneaker from an outlet in Florida. And all of us are never going to forget that shoe because it's just it's Raptor colorway. So cool. It was the same summer that we won the championship. Like, all of it combined is just like so dope to me. All right, Josh, now that you have heard the sob story from all of us, what's the sentimental shoe for you?
So I have a 1990 pair of goldenrods that
sick.
Steve's actually gifted to me. And it was just because, so we did a trade. I bought a pair of Gyno Juniors from Flippin' Laces. And I give everything to JC to ship to me because he usually ships packages to me anyway. Because I always he's like the biggest sneaker hookup that I have. And he saw the box that like my Uncle Chris had dropped off, and he was like, I need the shoe. And so he traded me the Ishod Wear SBs, like the BMW with the
sick.
Bean taxis, the Tokyo taxis.
Nice.
And then he hit me up. He's like, hey, there was extra space in the box. Like I sent you just like a little gift for you. You know what I mean? And I open it up, and the shoe that's on top is just these beat as hell goldenrods. And he knew that they're probably in my top 5 favorite shoes of all time. Just because obviously my name is Wu Tang Shang on Instagram and pretty much everywhere else, and black and yellow has always been my favorite color combination. But it was one of those things where it just reminded me of how I got into sneakers and why I got into sneakers. And it's changed now because I feel like the community is not as, at least in Texas, it's not as like cohesive. Like people aren't just hooking people up just because they're friends or homies or whatever. But I was just like, man, like this is, I got into sneakers more for the community than anything else. And just like having a sense of belonging. And so like I'm never going to get rid of those.
Damn.
Nice.
You said a lot of Canadian staples there. Jay Stees, look him up if you don't know who he is. One of the craziest dunk collections ever. Like that dunk picture that he took on his driveway a couple of years back is still like legendary. And obviously Flippin' Laces, he's been a guest on the show several times. But good homie. I golfed with both those guys in the summer, so shout out to both of them. But yeah, man, it seems like you have really embedded yourself in the Canadian sneaker community there, Josh. So congratulations from several thousand kilometers away. We have a couple of these outliers here that just always find a way to wiggle their way into the Canadian sneaker community. They're like, yo, this sneaker community sucks in Texas or in wherever. I need to link up with some other people. That's dope. All right. Good picks all around. Thank you. If you would like to submit a question for the fire round and have us answer it on the pod, please shoot us a message on Instagram or email us at canadagotsoul@gmail.com. Next up is the CGS picks. Each week, we all pick an upcoming sneaker to analyze, dissect, and give our thoughts on. Then we decide if it's poop, scoop, whoop-de-whoop, or Alvin's trademarked phrase,
super cute.
Oh, I was honestly hoping for it was not a good one, but a Texas accent on the super cute. Good try, definitely. And just because of that really bad accent, Alvin definitely can't go first, so I'm going to go first, y'all. And my pick this week is the upcoming Air Jordan 3. It's not technically a Georgetown Player Edition sneaker, but it's basically a Georgetown Player Edition sneaker. It's a full midnight navy upper with a white midsole, gray elephant print blocking, gray tongue, white laces. All these things that I'm listing make for a perfect shoe. It's a black cement 3, but it's navy. Just imagine that, and you can tell why I'm talking about it. The shoe is really, really well done. Like, you need nothing except for a Yankee fitted and or a Canada Got Soul Yankee Soul Leaf snapback, really reminiscent of the Georgetown PE edition that never came out publicly. But man, these are so. I'm really upset because I'm obviously looking at the picture of it right now, and I'm really mad that I'm looking at the picture of it right now because I want them more and more every time I look at them. Something that's notable is they don't have the Nike Air branding. They do have the Jumpman on the heel tab, but I don't hate it. It's whatever. I'm okay with reserving the Nike Air tab for OG colorways. But yeah, man, these are so cool. They were supposed to drop in January originally. They got pushed back to March. We'll see if that happens because COVID is delaying a lot of releases. But yeah, as of right now, it's penciled in at March 20th. Typical 190 US, so probably 265 Canadian retail price tag. And yeah, holla at your boy if you see these sitting anywhere because I think I need these. We're going to call these probably my first whoop-de-whoop of the year because they're so good. If it's a GR, I hope it's a GR. I want these. I slept on so many good colorways of the Jordan 3 last year, like that hyper orange, laser yellow, whatever the hell it was, the UNC. No more sleeping on Jordan 3s. They don't sit anymore. It's not 2011. I need to get past my ways. I need to start picking up them on release days. So, yeah, Georgetown 3s, whoop-de frickin' whoop for me, my friends.
Nice.
Alvin, what do you got for me?
So our good friends over at Size with a question mark have a New Balance collab coming through, and it's the 550. So it's the same silhouette that M. Leon d'Or did.
Nice and bad on
but
that one.
Is like better than my Texas accent. Shit.
Yeah.
So the upper is all white leather, and it's got accents of orange, and on the tongue it's got like the size worm, I believe is what it is. The midsole is like a patina, so like an off-white, and then the outsole you have like the orange and some gray accents. And yo, it's a New Balance 550, super clean shoe, super duper retro, and it's a proper sneaker, bruv.
Proper.
So, proper in it. These are probably going to be a super duper cute.
I feel like that's a lie. That's a lie.
That's
a lie. That's a lie.
I need a bigger bed this year. I can't use my bed money on sneakers. But yeah, no, these are super dope, man. And there's all these rumors flying around that Size is coming to Canada. I follow them on Instagram, so I'm hoping it's true. But I hope they get them as like a quote unquote restock. You know those restocks. And then maybe then, whenever that happens, they will be a scoop. But for now, these are just a cute.
Alvin, I'm telling you, you literally just alluded to the exact situation that I'm imagining in my brain as to why I know they're not as super cute. I know here's exactly what's gonna happen, Alvin. Size, it's not a rumor. Size is coming to Canada. They haven't said when, but they're gonna have the shoe when they open. It's not a huge collab, so it's not gonna sell out right away. Alvin's gonna be like, Size is open in Canada. I'm so excited. Oh my God, they have the New Balance collab. I gotta buy it. What do you mean? You're gonna buy
orange. It goes with the shoe haul, babe. Come
on.
It
goes with the unripened mango snapback that drops this Saturday. We'll see how many times we can throw that in this episode. That drops on Saturday. But no, I know you're gonna buy the shoe, so I don't know why it's a cute. I'll allow it because you have to say it's cute. You can't say you're gonna buy it. You're not allowed. But I know that exact situation is gonna happen. And while it's happening, while you're checking out, while Shopify is auto-filling your information onto the browser, you're gonna be like, "Fucking Lawrence, man."
Shopify doesn't have to auto-fill because I have the Shop app. It already has my information.
There you go.
See,
all you have to do is click Pay Now. Look at that.
Yeah. And if you want that mango hat, I suggest you get that Shop app. You know what I'm saying?
That's the plug.
Yeah, that's it, yo.
Before we move on to Joel, Josh, I need a Texas accent saying M. Leon d'Or.
M. Leon d'Or.
Yes, Josh.
And if Size gets to Canada, I'll be in line with y'all waiting for that shoe.
Bro, let's go, bro. Let's go.
It is officially official. They are coming to Canada. There's just no when, but it's not an if anymore. Last year it was an if. Now it's a when.
Is it GTA? Yeah. It's gonna be like they're probably gonna like Montreal or something where it's all European.
Oh my God, I would be so mad if they made this huge fuss about their coming to Canada and they did not come to Toronto. No offense to every other big city in Canada, but don't piss me off, Size. Like don't go to Moncton. Yeah. Like we don't need any of that.
Like he's gonna talk to his wife like I have to get these shoes. I never experienced that until I started dating my girlfriend right now. And now you're just like scrolling through Instagram. She's like, you don't need it. You don't need it.
Yo, the key word is she's still your girlfriend.
Yeah, right?
She has no say, bro. No say.
Like one of our biggest fights, she we had this spat, I guess, where she was like, I'm just tired of you looking at shoes all the time. You're just looking at shoes all the time.
Yo, put some shorties on your Instagram feed.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Follow a couple of Instagram models and see if she keeps that same energy.
Yeah, straight up.
She'll say, just look at some shoes, please. Stop looking at booty. Just look at some shoes. Like, trust me. It'll switch up real quick. Don't worry. Joel, what do you got for us this week?
All right. Speaking of shoes. All right, let's go. I got the Adidas Forum 84 lows in the upcoming Crew Green.
Ooh.
Yeah, man, white.
Clean.
You know what I mean? White, predominantly white and green on an Adidas. You can't go wrong, man. Like it's just popping. But yeah, so it's all white. You got your green stripes. You got the strap, the midfoot strap Green insole, green accents. It's just butter, man. You got your sail midsole on top and the green outsole at the bottom. Can't go wrong, man. Can't go wrong. But yeah, these drop. I don't know. There's no date yet, but it just says 2021. I don't know if it's coming. Hopefully, it comes to Canada the same time it comes to the Adidas.com website. It retails for $110 US, which is probably around $140 Canadian. These are super, super cute for me, man. You know me and my love for like Adidas Originals.
Adidas?
But yeah.
It's like, I'm just glad they brought it back.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
It's just such a crazy looking shoe, but it's so simple at the same time. And it's one of those shoes too where like the mid, the high, they all look good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed.
What we were saying for a couple of years was that like Adidas was all into like this Ultra Boost. They were into like the NMD. They were really pushing the boost and the tech like heavily. And there's definitely a place for that. But what we kept saying, and I remember us saying it vividly, probably in like early 2019, 2018, saying like, just bring back the classic runners, bring back the brand history, and people will go for it. And I'm not saying that we're psychic or geniuses, but we're psychic and geniuses. Hey. Like it's an easy formula here. Like it seems like maybe Adidas listened and they were like, yo, these three weird guys from Canada, they got it going on. They're at 100 episodes now. They must be doing something right, like we said earlier. But yeah, they're doing a good job. They're doing a fantastic job, and I'm excited to see what else they come out with because they're killing it.
Because like there was a time when the Stan Smith was huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I was like a sophomore or a junior in high school. And the Stan Smith was just really popping off, and I was really hoping they'd bring back everything.
And they just
really good Adidas basketball models that they don't even touch anymore.
Yeah.
Like the rivalry and all that. And then I kind of want them to bring the form back with a boost sole though.
Yeah, they need to do more of what they've been doing with the A to ZX, which is like the classic Adidas runner. And then you don't have to see the boost, but just put the boost in there so people can wear it for comfort. And man, that's the killer formula right there. You don't need to put the boost outsole on a Superstar, on a Stan Smith. Like, it's cool once in a while, but they were pushing that so heavily, and I was just like, nah, man, that's not it. That's not what you need to do right now. And I get it. Boost was so big, so that's why they did it. But it's whatever. They're killing it right now, so let's just focus on that. Josh, what do you got for us this week?
So I was going to pick the forums, actually.
Nice.
But I got the Nike Air Force One Low St. Patrick's Day.
I like those, yeah.
Okay.
It says the release date is March 2021, so I guess they have a whole month to do it if they want to. But, it's an Air Force One. It has hints of light green, dark green, the white mid panel, white midsole. But the craziest part is the embossed shamrocks on the back panel. I kind of wish they're more like Lucky Charms shamrocks.
Oh.
Instead of the trendy coffee house wallpaper shamrocks.
You wanted a more playful take. I got you.
Yeah. But they're cute, you know. If I wasn't a broke college student, they'd be a scoop for sure. Everything's a cute right now for me.
Yeah.
You and Alvin both. but you both continue to buy shoes. So it's crazy how that works, right? I like that they're bringing back St. Patrick's Day, man. That's a big holiday they don't usually go to anymore. Like the OG St. Patrick's Day Air Max 90 is a classic from like the late 2000s, I think it was. Like, man, those were a banger. And I believe there's an Air Max 90 in this pack as well with the Air Force. But man, they got to do more St. Patrick's. All these brands need to do more St. Patrick's Day because it's such an easy W for any sneaker brand.
Yeah,
I like that they're doing like crazier colors on Air Force Ones again. Because like Air Force Ones used to hit back in the day, like early 2000s. Like everybody was rocking those colorful Air Force Ones, and then they stopped doing them.
Yeah.
But I'm really glad they're bringing that back.
Joel told us all first. Air Force Ones are coming back. That's why Joel's building an Air Force One army over there. Don't you worry. Joel is going to have 80,000 followers verified on Instagram. He's going to have like, everyone will be like, oh my God, look at all his Air Forces. Like, he's going to be one of those guys on Instagram. We're going to see. I'm calling it now. Right, Write it on the board. Tell him.
Actually, he says that Vandals are coming back.
I could see that.
Ooh,
Vandals.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Jay Steez, he knows things,
Jay Steez knows things. Jay Steez thinks he knows things because he has a lot of dunks, and he was sitting in his basement with all his dunks, like dunks are coming back, dunks are coming back. Like you can't say dunks are coming back for 20 years, and then all of a sudden they come back and say, "I knew it, told you." Anyway, Jay Steez, we love you. I'm sure the Vandal will also make a return at some point. Everything goes through the cycle. Next up, This Week in Kicks. This is the part of the show where we discuss the current headlines and happenings in the world of sneakers. And this is slightly old news now. I had it on the template for a while, but things kept coming up that were more important to talk about, so I kept removing it. But now we're going to talk about it, and it's Nike's Vote Back program has returned. So if you'll remember, the Vote Back program was introduced in 2016 when they introduced an initiative that would allow sneakerheads to decide which pair of sneakers they wanted to bring back from the archives and see another retail release. The pair that ended up winning that original Vote Back obviously was the Atmos Air Max 1 elephant print. We all know how that went, so it released for Air Max Day in 2017. The program is now back, as I said, but this time you get to choose a pair of LeBrons. Which pair of LeBron sneakers you want to see return. They didn't say when, but the cool thing about this one that makes it kind of different is that the LeBrons you're allowed to choose from are all samples, PEs, family and friends. So these shoes never actually came out. They were never released to the public. And if you've been in sneakers long enough, you know that there was a time where LeBron, PEs, and family and friends pairs and all those things, they were like the sickest things. Like, PEs of LeBrons in the past were like the coolest things. So the pairs to choose from are like Watch the Throne 9s, Stewie Griffin 6s, like some crazy pairs. It's going on right now on Sneakers, on the Sneakers app. So Canada can't even participate. Hopefully we get a chance to buy whichever shoe wins. Nike, figure it out. We need the Sneakers app. But anyways, they're just doing a bracket style, so they're pitting sneakers against each other, and it's going to get down to a one-on-one, and whichever one wins gets to see a retail release. Last I checked, it was like a LeBron 10 that was beating the Watch the Throne 9s or something, and I was really offended because I don't know who's choosing a LeBron 10, any LeBron 10 over any LeBron 9, especially the Watch the Throne 9s. But I feel like Josh is checking his sneakers app because none of us can do it, and he's gonna let us know what the standings are like right now.
The LeBron 10 ring ceremony won.
Like overall, it's number one.
Yeah, it's done.
That's what's coming back.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
They gave us all these options. They gave you hardwood classics PEs and like and the ring ceremony LeBron 10. Which stupid bot that somebody purchased as a troll voted so many times for the ring ceremony 10.
Why a 10 though? Like, why a 10? You could have had a 7, an 8, a 3.
Is that his?
I mean, the 10s are.
Is that his first ring? The 10s, or was that the 9s? Because I know that the ring ceremony 10s were when he was on Miami. Because I feel like it had some relation to Ray Allen. But I can't remember if the 10s were his. If the 10s were his first ring, then maybe. But that's literally.
It's still not even the best shoe that they had.
No.
Oh.
Not even close.
Not even close. Not even. I didn't even think that was top 5 of the pairs that I saw on that list. But well, now that it's over, I guess it's really old news. But I hope they do it more. They need to do this stuff more. The user engagement, the community engagement is super dope. Even if they did like different location related drops, like if they were like, hey, Toronto gets a vote back, New York gets a vote back, and you get to choose Toronto, this is the sneaker that you're going to get to come back, like that, just that kind of thing would be really cool. But whoever voted for the ring ceremony, please DM me so I can tell you why you're wrong. But whatever. Anyways, next up, previously in Kicks, this is the part of the show where we review our latest pickups and recap the latest happenings in our sneaker lives. And this week, we're going to let Joel go first. What do you got?
Okay, so my IDs finally came in.
Oh, yes.
I had a little post on the Instagrams. But yeah, they came in. They came out proper, man.
I like that.
Like the leather came out nice. The safari print. I I did a little extra. I did I painted the air in black on the midsole just to give it that pop.
That's nice, though.
Dope,
I like that.
But yeah, everything else is just it came out like how it was like on the on Nike by You.
What was the turnaround time like?
Like less than a month.
Really?
Like I did them on Christmas Day. Like I said on one of our podcasts, on one of our episodes, yeah, for real. On one of our episodes, I said they gave me a date of February 8th, and I was like, oh, okay, so I guess it's gonna take that long. And then next thing you know, it's like I get an email saying, oh, it's been shipped to YYZ, and I'm like, oh shit, so it's coming to Toronto already. So yeah, man.
Sick, yo.
Yeah, you got them on the 20th. That's less than a month. Yeah, damn, that's really good.
Less
that's
than a month.
dangerous.
About to go for real.
For real.
Do you guys have those people in like sneaker groups that are selling their IDs on sneaker pages now?
I don't even know if the Dunks came out in Canada. Maybe they did, but I don't even know if the Dunks were that high quantity that people could even sell their Dunk IDs in Canada. That's how much we get shafted.
I'm part of this sneaker group on Facebook, and it's just today and I guess this week everybody's posting their Dunks, and it's like they didn't fit me, they didn't come out how I wanted them to. So they're trying to sell them at like actual Dunk prices, not just like and so it's crazy. It's like
it's not bad though. At least they're not trying to do resale shit,
Yeah.
Yeah, they're basically reselling them though. Like they're like selling them at like $300 a pop.
Oh, I thought you were like retail.
That's wrong.
I can't imagine paying resale for someone else's Nike or Nike by You, I guess they call it now. I can't imagine paying resale for that. Imagine they put their name in it. That would be the funniest thing.
Well, that would suck.
If you did like a Chicago Dunk and put like Lawrence on the inside, and then you're like, and didn't show it in the photo, just ruin their whole day. Alvin, any pickups for you this week?
We got the Curry 8 Flow Smooth Butterflow colorway. They're pretty much like an all yellow upper with a white outsole because it doesn't have a midsole. And they're dope, man. And they came to us on National Popcorn Day. And the popcorn they came with was lit. Like Sasha and Kaya finished the bag pretty much already the day of. I was like, let me take a picture first. And they got mad at me. So I only had a little popcorn. But yeah, those are crazy dope. Love them. Shout out to Under Armour Canada for that. I got a couple pairs of socks from the good homies at Hicks Official on Instagram. I'm pretty sure they're from the US, but they're doing something similar to Shoebox, the local spot here we have in Canada, where any purchase made, percentage goes towards like youth who do not have sneakers.
Nice.
And they shipped over like these dope socks. So one of them was like purple and yellow, and it had Kobe's 24 on the back.
Oh, damn.
Cool.
The other one was white and red, and it had Jordan's 23 on the back.
Sick.
And super clean socks. They look like they're like performance socks. But they're super dope. And if you check them out, like hit up their website, you can get 15% off with CGS15. But just make sure that you support and like buy some good stuff and support the kids that don't have kicks either. So
nice.
I like that.
That's it for me though. No sneaker pickups.
CGS15. So I also got the Curry 8 Smooth Butter Flow. I can't eat popcorn, but I knew that I wouldn't have an issue because, like you said, Jill had finished the bag. I got to take like I took the photo of them for our Canada Got Soul page, and I got like the little line of them in the box. I had to stuff the rest with bubble wrap because there was no other popcorn available to me. But it's funny you mentioned that, Alvin, because I posted them. Like, I posted them on Instagram. Like, I posted them on my story, and I was like, oh, thanks, Under Armour Canada. Sasha replied to my story complaining that you would not let her eat the popcorn. That's how serious she was taking the popcorn. You're like, Alvin won't let me eat the popcorn. Like, he's had the shoe for 3 minutes.
I was like, babe, popcorn. She's like, can I eat it? I'm like, can I take a picture, though?
That's why when you see Alvin's photo, he has 3 pieces of popcorn in it because that's all that was available to him. But yeah, man, these are easily my favorite pair of Curry 8 so far. I love the yellow. Like, yellow shoes are just sick. I'm so mad that I can't wear them anywhere to play basketball because they would look so sick on court with like a nice pair of white socks. Like, so nice. But so yeah, thank you Under Armour Canada for those. The friends over at Private Label NYC actually sent over a care package of like a sneaker duffel and like some little sneaker carry-ons, and they're really cool, man. Like, I'd always seen them on Instagram. I know that friend of the show Chris Chu has a couple. I know a couple other people who also have them, and I was always kind of skeptical about it. Like, do I need a whole bag just for sneakers? But like, when you think about it, when you travel, like even when we went to Florida, I brought 4 or 5 pairs of sneakers at least, which is already pretty much a full carry-on. And the sneaker duffel is TSA certified. It's carry-on sized. It's padded. It has removable sections. So if you want to bring bigger shoes, smaller shoes, some clothes, whatever, you can move around. Like, there are Velcro inserts that you can choose the size and how many compartments you want. It's got like a little stash pocket inside for like a laptop. Like, really good, man. Really good quality. I was impressed. Like I said, I was skeptical. But they reached out and I was like, yeah, I'm down to give it a try. And as soon as I got it, I was like, all right, I see the allure here. So thank you, to Private Label NYC for that. I also picked up, so it's not here yet, but I don't know when it's going to be here because I don't know if you guys saw, but there was a really big COVID outbreak at the Mississauga Canada Post warehouse. So all the packages that I had in transit are now frozen wherever they are. Like, nothing seems to be moving with Canada Post. But I had to give a shout out to A Curry on Instagram. He hooked me up heavy. I had been talking to him for a bit about the new Levi's Mickey Mouse collection that had just dropped. There was some really, really cool pieces in there. Levi's and Disney/Mickey always do like really cool shit. And they did a new set of denim, like jeans, with like a huge hit of just Mickey Mouse on the side, one for men, and then a women's one with Minnie Mouse on the leg. And I checked the website. They were selling super quick, so I was like, okay, do I want to get it? And they were $180 Canadian retail. So I was like, maybe not. And I just happened to be talking to him because I think he worked for Levi's. And I was like, man, I tried that whole like sign up for the newsletter discount code didn't work because it's a new release or whatever. And I was like, yeah, I'm just going to pass. And he sent me a promo code, and I won't say how much the promo code was for, but I ended up buying a pair for me and a pair for Jill. And it cost me about the same as it would have just for a pair for me. So shout out to him. Like, I wouldn't own them. I don't know if they're ever going to even show up now because Canada Post is going to just relax for a bit. But I'm super amped. Man. Like I said, I wouldn't own them if it wasn't for him. So that was really cool. So shout out to A Curry. Don't hit him up for a discount. That would be rude. And finally, the pair that I talked about on the podcast a couple weeks ago that I was kind of like teasing that I picked up from Tong and sent to Kanotsky finally came in, and it was the UNC Supreme Dunk High with stars. Obviously a grail for years now. I had the red one already, still have the red one, really wanted to complete the pack. I think on an episode of True to Size, me and Joel joked that like one of us has to get the blue, so between the 3 of us we can have all 3. So now we have all 3 as a group, as a unit in our collective collection. We have the set. But man, I picked them up from Tong, and they were very heavily worn. They came out in like 2005, 2006, or 2004, I want to say. They're a silver box. So they were used heavily since that 15 years ago, almost 20 years ago. But man, I told him, I was like, honestly, clean some dirt, re-whiten what you can, like maybe decrease. I'm okay if it looks like a 2004 release, because it is a 2004 release. Like, my red pair has a super heavily yellowed midsole, and I'm okay with it. And he's like, all right, I'll do what I can. And he kind of joked, like, he's like, I'll see what I can do. I'll do my best. And I was like, are you going to be able to do this? Like, are you sure you're okay? And he sent me the first picture like a week after, and I was like, that's my shoe? Like, are you sure did you just swap out a factory pair? They're so good. We boast about his skills all the time on the podcast. And this is the first experience I've had with him. Really quick shipping, really good communication. absolutely crushed it, as you saw by the photos. And yeah, man, thank you to Tong, obviously, for hooking up the really, really dirty pair. And thank you to Kanatsky for making them not a really, really dirty pair anymore. At least just covering the dirt. I don't know what you did, but the dirt's gone, so it's fine. Josh, any pickups for you in the last little while, even in just 2021?
So I hit up Flippin' Laces
Like
months ago. I was like, hey, if I sent you some money, would you send me a mystery box of shoes?
Oh.
Fun, see what I could get out of them. And so Christmas money came through. I hit him up day after Christmas, like, all right, I'm ready. So I sent him some money, and he sent me both Stussy Air Huarache lights.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and then he sent me the ceramic Air Jordan 7s. They're like the blues, yeah. But
yeah, I saw that post. That was crazy, bro.
Damn.
Because I've been after his ceramics for years. And there was one time I was so close to having them. And then as he was pulling them out of the box to ship to me, he looked at me and was like, yeah, never mind.
I know those ones. Yeah.
He's your elder. He's allowed to do that, bro.
But yeah, it was... And so opening that box and just seeing that Jordan box in there and then just opening the lid, it was incredible for me. So I'm just happy to have those. And, I got the Stussy Air Force Ones, the black pair.
Oh, I like those.
Yeah, but that's it. It's been light so far.
That's like if you want to rob somebody, like you get a triple black Air Force One, but you want to rob like a nice place with like the Stussy black Air Force. You're gonna rob somewhere nice.
That's right, because I have the ACW all black pair too.
Yep. And
so I posted them. I was like, I'm about to rob a store, but I want to look nice doing it. The people who don't know sneakers, like none of my friends from PT school or whoever got it, and they're like, "Why are you trying to rob a store, bro?"
Worth it, bro.
Yeah, man, you can't post these sneakerhead jokes and just expect people to understand.
Yo, someone would have called the cops on you, bro.
For real, yeah, you're lucky the feds didn't show up at your door, man. That's dope. Have you done a mystery box before that? I know it's obviously a little bit of a different situation because you personally know him, but have you done a mystery box before? Because they seem to be pretty popular, and I've always been kind of skeptical if I want to do it. But have you done it before?
So I did a mystery box from Extra Butter. Was doing mystery boxes for a while, but I just got some T-shirts from them. And then, do you guys remember that brand ICNY?
Yeah.
All the crazy things. And so I did mystery box from them when they were shutting down because they were just like everything was on sale. But I haven't done a sneaker mystery box yet, and it was cool. Like I think now every time I have the money to buy some sneakers, I might just send him the money and see what he ever sends me because you can't miss with him.
That's true. Yeah.
He doesn't have a bad pair in his collection.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, you know, you're not gonna end up with like some piece of poo. Like he doesn't have anything that's not good, so. Yeah, you're winning no matter what, and you know he's gonna hook you up regardless because he's like the sickest guy, and we miss him dearly. But let's not get sentimental about Christian because it'll go to his head.
I was thinking, so like I sent the money, and my mom was like, "What'd you buy?" Because she's still like she gets the sneaker thing now, but she's like, "What if he just sends you like the ugliest shoes?" Imagine if your uncle sent the most shit shoe ever, just you send him money.
Got him.
Josh isn't worth
it. Ruin a really long friendship after sending you a really bad pair. You're like, this is the moment I've been waiting for, bro. I've been waiting to send you a really crappy pair of shoes in a mystery box. That was his whole intention. That's why he befriended you in the first place.
Yeah. You're seeing and everything. He's just like, this is the moment, like I'm telling him now.
Got him. Fine. He played the long game for real. Next up, thumbs up, thumbs down. In this part of the show, we give our opinion on various sneaker-related topics with zero context or discussion. All we're allowed to say is thumbs up or thumbs down. And see, this is a good one because it kind of just depends on how you interpret it. But thumbs up, thumbs down to Fila, the brand Fila. Joel.
Up.
Alvin.
Up.
I'm going to go down. Josh. Up. Oh, man. I feel like an idiot now. All right. Maybe only I thought it was a hard one. But
you're the only one that doesn't own disruptors. That's why.
Yeah.
my ripped light denim hasn't come in yet, so I can't wear my disruptors. So
I haven't been on a college campus in a minute, man. It's all disruptors right now.
man, I need to go back to university. Next up, NSR, not sneaker related. We talk about sneakers a lot. So in this weekly segment, we're going to take 30 seconds out of the show to discuss something completely irrelevant to the world of sneakers. And it may not seem like it, but we're coming out of winter. It's late January now. So spring is right around the corner. I know in Canada that is a couple months away. I don't know. In Texas, I don't even know if you guys get winter in the first place. So it might be a relevant question to you. But I want to know for everyone it applies to. You can still answer, Josh. I'm sure it still applies. But pretty simple. Spring versus fall. Everyone always talks about, it's summer as everyone looks forward to. Christmas is in the winter. So those are obviously the two big ones. Spring and fall, kind of similar weather situations, but different, I think, dressing situations. So maybe that's where you'll go with it. Alvin, what do you think? Spring versus fall. Pretty simple.
I like fall.
You're a fall guy?
The apparel I like better because I like layering. And I mean, spring's the same, but I find spring is a little bit more wet. If that makes any sense.
Oh,
so there's more chance of you stepping in mud, more chance of you just getting stuff dirty, which is fine. I like the fall. I like, not having to sweat when I walk outside and shit like that. So we'll go fall.
See, I had a hard time with this one when I was thinking about it because I feel like, at least in Canada, in Toronto specifically, spring, there's like a substantial amount of spring. Like you get spring for at least 2-3 months. Typically, you can say, okay, this is spring weather. Fall weather, you could literally get it for 3 days and then all of a sudden it's snowing. We don't usually get a heavy fall. It's usually summer in September and then all of a sudden halfway through October, it's like, yeah, it's going to snow on the weekend. And you're like, where the hell was fall? Did the leaves even change yet? I don't know. But even with all that being said, I agree with you. It's weird because like 15 degrees in September hits so differently than it does in April. Like 15 degrees in April and I'm like, shorts are coming out. Give me a tank top, like a wife beater, whatever. Like, let's go. And 15 degrees in September, you're like, ooh, I'm going to layer up. Like, let's wear a flannel and a light jacket over it. But I think it's still got to be fall for me. Joel, what about you?
I'm doing conversions real quick. Hold on.
He's doing the conversion of what 15 degrees is.
Degrees.
59 Fahrenheit. I'm with you. Okay.
He doesn't even know what 59 Fahrenheit looks like.
Yeah, for real.
Joel, spring or fall for you?
I'm a fall kind of guy. Like you guys, it's the layers for me. Yeah, man, this is some, and you look forward to Christmas too. Like you get into the whole Christmas spirit kind of thing, and So yeah, man, for me it's fall.
We need to start a petition to make fall last longer. I don't know who's in charge of the weather around here, but I need at least a couple months of fall. I don't want to go straight into snow. What about you, Josh? You obviously have a different perspective because it does not get colder than, I'm assuming, 22 degrees there, Celsius, not Fahrenheit. But what do you think?
It snowed like last week. We got a whole 3 inches. It was dope.
3 inches of snow.
What? That's a lot, man.
My girlfriend's from Illinois, and I was at her place, and I was like, we got to take snow pictures right now. It's barely snowing. The snow's not even sticking to the ground. I was like, pretend like this is all I'm going to get for 3 years.
Holy crap.
Wow.
No, I like fall better because it gets way too hot in Texas during the spring because you have some winter, and then it's 100 degrees outside.
Oh my god!
And then you have fall, and it's decent. Like you can throw a jacket on, or like a nice light hoodie or something, and things just look better when you're layered. Sneakers always look better when your outfit looks better. And I feel like you can only do so much with shorts and a t-shirt.
That's the problem. Yeah, that's what I didn't get because I'm gonna relate this to something completely unrelated to what you just said. But Kawhi left to go to, believe me, yes, we're still salty. Kawhi left to go to LA, and everyone always says like, oh, the weather is so nice, you can like dress whatever. You can't dress when it's so hot. You're wearing the least amount of clothes possible. If you want to dress, you want to wear more clothes. You want to have more options. I don't get, I love being able to wear a jacket and shorts. And like seasons are nice is all I'm trying to say. I enjoy having seasons in my life. But that's just my little tangent about absolutely nothing. Anyways, next up, errors, edits, and e-messages. We're pretty smart guys, but from time to time we make mistakes. So if you catch us slipping, hit us in the DM and we'll let the world know that we goofed. And this one comes from good friend of the show, someone who was successful in purchasing a couple, actually, hats that Alvin is wearing right now. He purchased one, went back in and purchased another one on our drop for the grand opening. Side note, thank you to everybody who purchased on the weekend. I forgot to throw that in, but thank you to everyone who purchased. Super dope to be able to drop an online shop and sell out of everything. Like, you can't really ask for more than that. But yeah, Akon, we said one per person per order. So fairly, he bought one, went back in and purchased another one, which is no problem with that. If you're somehow able to be quicker than people and you're doing it twice, then go for it. As long as you're not using a bot, I don't care. But he said in relation to our discussion last week about food that is popular that you are not a huge fan of, he messaged me and he said, so I hear you have a problem with my boy lasagna. And then he followed it up with, it's okay because I can't stand sushi. So we're both in the minority.
Okay.
And
More for me.
I don't know what to say, man. Like, I'm sorry. You might have to unfollow us if you're not a fan of sushi, man. Like, that's a cardinal sin. That's not even close to the quality of lasagna. Lasagna has just such a big spectrum. You can have a really bad lasagna and you can have a really good lasagna. Sushi is just typically for me has been mid to high level all the time. I can't. I don't know what to say. Sorry, Akon.
The gas station sushi though?
Oh.
What?
We don't live in the same country as you. I don't know how much more I can describe it than I don't think any of our gas stations sell sushi.
Like a 7-Eleven or even our grocery stores, they'll just have sushi.
Grocery stores, yes. Maybe 7-Eleven. We don't have a lot of 7-Elevens here. I think that you have more 7-Elevens in your country than we have people. So maybe it's different. But yeah, I don't think that maybe even 7-Eleven might not even have it up here. I'll have to do some research and get back to you. I'll let you know if 7-Eleven sells sushi in Canada.
You don't have to do it. You don't have to do gas station sushi.
I'm not going to eat it. I was not going to eat it. I was just going to check if they have it. Maybe I'll even just call. I don't know. Do they have phones at 7-Eleven? I don't know. But I'm just going to inquire. I'm not going to eat it. Don't worry. You don't have to fear about that. All right. So we're going to skip over a discussion that we were going to have because we've been having too much fun. And I want to get into you, Josh. So you're joining us all the way live from Texas. You said you're an hour behind us, which is dope because you have, I'm sure, daylight for a little bit longer. We are pitch black now. But yeah, so you've listened before. You know what comes next. It's 21 Guestions. You have 21 seconds to answer 21 questions about yourself. Just the first answer that pops into your head. No thinking about it. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Absolutely, you are not. Anyways, question number one. Question number one, air or boost?
Air.
Question number two, crew socks or no shows?
Crew socks right now.
Oh, yeah, because it's Texas and they don't want to end up with a crew sock tan in January. Question number three, red or blue?
Oh, red.
Question number four, pineapple on pizza?
Recently, I've been converted to pineapple on pizza.
Recently?
Recently.
I forgot that pineapple on pizza was a Canadian thing. Like, it started in Canada. So I'll give you the late bloomer. It's okay. You're allowed. Question number five. What is the most comfortable sneaker that you own?
I have the staple Blaze of Glory Pumas.
Oh, yes. Sounds like a JST special to me. Question number six. Glow in the dark or 3M?
Glow in the dark.
Question number seven, original boxes or drop fronts?
Original boxes only.
Question number eight, steak or ribs?
Steak.
Question number nine, dunks or Jordan 1s?
Dunks.
Question number 10, half size up or half size down?
Half size up.
Ooh, that was a question. Question number 11, what sneaker do you wear the most?
Shadow 1s.
Question number 12, what is the Canadian $1 coin called?
A loonie.
Ooh, Look at this
Oh
guy.
my God.
Holy crap. Honorary Canadian with that one. Question number 13, elephant print or cement print?
Elephant print.
Question number 14, biggest sneaker W?
I don't have a lot of those.
That's sad. That's depressing.
I get everything I get is I buy sneakers used most of the time.
That's the way to go. Question.
If you guys want sneakers, if you don't want it,
You
really don't want
clearly your biggest sneaker W is a free pair of goldenrods. Like, come on now.
That's true. Yeah, that's a good one.
Come on. How am I answering the questions for you? Let's go. Question number 15. What is the name of the Canadian national anthem?
Oh, Canada.
Ooh,
Oh.
so much confidence. Question number 16. What is the first line in the Canadian national anthem?
Oh, Canada, our home and native land.
Oh my God.
Go, bro.
Are you like taking a test next week to like get your citizenship or something? Is that why you know the answers to these?
Before the pandemic, I was coming to Canada almost every year.
Oh.
Yeah, every year since my sophomore year of high school, I was going up there.
Damn. See, this is stuff I wish I knew because I wouldn't have asked so many Canada-related questions and made you look like such a superstar. Question number 17. What are 3 sneakerheading essentials? It's been a while since we've asked this one.
Socks. Like good socks.
Socks, yeah.
You need cleaner, obviously,
Mm-hmm.
and just a place to put them.
A place? That's an underrated answer. A place to put them. Question number 18. Who won the 2019 NBA championship?
Raptors.
Hell yeah, they did. Question number 19. Favorite Jordan model above the AJ14?
15.
Question number 20. What is your number one grail?
Milk crate blazers.
Oh, that's a good one too.
That's
Really
a good one, bro.
That's a really good one.
Mm-hmm.
Question number 21. Would you rather receive your number one grail or 3 other pairs from your top 10?
Number one grail.
Number one grail, milk crates. Alvin, didn't you own a pair of those?
Milk crates.
Maybe. I was a huge Blazer head back in the day, probably.
I feel like you had a pair of those. That honestly, here's the thing. Usually people don't do very well on 21 Guestions. That was impressive. That might have been the best round we've ever seen. Like
I think so.
even the stupid questions he knew the answer to, which is very not stupid as in to say the questions about Canada. He knew the answers to.
I'm getting my doctorate soon, so
That's true. Yeah, if you're a doctor, you
yeah.
should know what the Canadian $1 coin is called. I'm sure that's on the test for sure. Next up, so we're gonna do one quick round of our newest game, Alvin.
How much is that?
Yeah, actually, I want to hear Joel too,
How much is that?
and I want to hear Mike D too. Oh wait, no man. All right. So what we like to do now is do 2 pairs of shoes that you actually own. So I'm going to give you 2 pairs of shoes that you own. I'm going to make you really sad so you know how much they actually cost now. And you're going to have to tell me between the 2 which one has the higher last sold price on StockX, dead stock in a size 9, which I believe is your size. So you should be well versed in the size 9 pricing. And the first one on Alvin.
How much is that?
Is the Nike Dunk High SB Costin Thai Temple. Beautiful shoe. Great shoe. Versus, as you mentioned before, the shoe you wear the most, the Air Jordan 1 High Shadow. We want to know, Joel.
How much is that?
So we know that Dunk prices obviously have gone through the roof. And that seems like, I can't confirm, but it seems like your friend from Texas, Travis Scott, has worn that sneaker. So we don't know if the price has skyrocketed on that pair or not. But what do you think, man? Talk us through it. What do you think?
So I checked. There was a day I checked all my sneakers just to see what like my collection was worth at the time. Because I had this weird feeling that I was going to get like robbed or something for some reason.
This sounds like a 3 a.m. activity. Like you couldn't sleep and you were just like, how much is everything worth?
Yeah, there was definitely some drinking involved.
There it is,
like,
yeah.
If I get robbed, should I claim insurance for how much money?
Fair enough.
And I think when I checked, I think the shadows were higher than the Thai temples were.
So is that your final answer?
Yeah.
In 2021, he's choosing an Air Jordan 1 over a Dunk SB. Let's see how he fares. All right, so as we do, we choose the shoe that you did not select, and that would be the Nike Dunk High SB Costin Thai Temple. The last sold price on StockX in a size 9 dead stock is 423. This is Canadian dollars. 423 Canadian dollars.
That's pocket change, bro.
That's about
Nothing.
right? US?
How much? You said $2? Yeah, about $2 US. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. And the last sold price of an Air Jordan 1 High Shadow from 2018. I forgot to add that in, but oh well. Dead stock in a size 9 on StockX is, this was a trick question and he passed this one too, $688 Canadian. That was impressive. Oh my God. I thought that I was going to get him with putting a dunk in there, because every dunk seems like it skyrocketed in price. And to be fair, Thai Temples a couple of years ago were half that price. But yeah, that's well done. Oh my God. Look at Josh go over here, man.
He knows.
He really is a doctor.
I got Thai Temples for like $75, I think, from Flippin' Laces.
Jeez.
Is your whole collection from Canada? I don't understand.
That's like most. So I doubled my collection from J Steez my last year of undergrad, and then everything else from then has been J Steez or Flippin' Laces.
Oh my God.
There you go, bro.
But even then, because my uncle, do you guys know Milky Ways on Instagram?
That sounds very familiar.
He's a huge collector up there too. But he, anytime I get an L, for some reason he always gets a W in my size. And he just sends them to me from Canada.
Oh.
So like, pretty much everything's from Canada right now.
Wow.
Crazy, bro.
I agree. Everything is from Canada right now. Thank you for supporting our GDP as a country as a whole. So as we like to do, we want to know a little bit of your backstory in sneakers, and it all starts with, obviously, what got you into sneakers in the first place, Josh?
I thought about this a lot when I was like, you guys asked me to come on, and I don't really know. Like, there was one day that I really thought it was just because I used to breakdance, and so I thought it was that. And then I realized, you remember the Mark Echo shoe?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Full Rocker Special in 2010.
And I remember that commercial coming up on TV, and I just wanted that shoe. And that was like the first sneaker that I like asked for. And then every now and then when I was younger, there would always be a sneaker that I asked for, but it wasn't until I started b-boying that I just started getting really into sneakers and like having sneakers for different outfits and stuff like that. And then when I stopped dancing, I just kept collecting sneakers.
Have you met our friend Alex Suji Cyphersons? He has a pretty similar story to you.
I want to meet Suji one day just hang out. I don't even want to talk to him. I just want to be there, like next to him.
I just want to be there to hear the accent combination of the Texas. I need you to put on your heaviest Texas accent, and I need Alex to put on his heaviest French accent, and I just need to listen to you guys say "Emma Leon d'Or" a bunch of different times.
Y'all,
Emily on door, y'all. What does the sneakerhead timeline look like for you? Like you mentioned, it started with Mark Echo shoes, so you've obviously come a long way from that. But where did it kind of go from there, and then where is it at now with like your repertoire of what you have in the collection?
So in high school, I maybe had, when I really started collecting high school, it was more just like Ross pickups. So I'd go to Ross pretty much every week and try to convince my parents to get me a new pair until I started working, and then I got really into the Adidas like ZX Flux for a while.
Great shoe.
And so my buddies worked at Foot Locker, and they would hook me with the discounts every now and then for those. In college, got really into Pumas just because quality was always real high, and they weren't super expensive to cop. And so like minimum wage here is $7.25 an hour.
Oh my God.
Yeah, when you're not making anything, like you want to still get something nice and not have to spend your whole paycheck.
That sounds illegal, but that's just a side note.
Yeah, no, it should be illegal.
Holy crap.
And then, I was getting paychecks sometimes, and it'd be like, I missed 2 days of work because I had something for school. It'd be like $21. Like, don't even send me the money at that point.
Shit, I know.
Just send to the gas station for my sushi because that's all I can afford.
And then started getting into I've always been into dunks, but it was just like when I really, and I'm going all over the place right now.
Do it.
I spent 2 weeks in Toronto one summer, and my uncle, the room that they put me in was just his sneaker storage room. And so like,
Sounds smelly.
like all of his, like most of his collection's dead stock, just because he's more of a collector than a wearer. And so I would stay up at night and just like pull boxes and just look at them. And I'd be like, what the hell is this? And I'd research the shoe and just learn everything about it. And
Damn.
And I just I went through the whole room, the whole week that I was staying there. Like he had Jedis, Oompa Loompas, all that stuff, like, amps and everything. And so that's where I really got into dunks, was just like all the crazy colorways they were doing. And then when I got into dunks is when they stopped making them.
Perfect timing. You scared them away, Josh.
Wasn't super into Jordans until maybe 3 years ago. And, but now I want to have everything. Like like there's not a brand that I don't own pretty much, except for Diodora, and that's just because I haven't gotten around to buying a pair of Diodoras yet.
Joel has a pair if you need one. It won't be your size, but there you go. Stuff the toe. That's the way.
Insoles.
Yeah, insoles, force fields, all the tricks. What's keeping you
everything?
What's keeping you into sneakers, Josh? Like you mentioned, it's been a while now, but what's keeping you into it all these years later?
It was meeting Flipping Laces and my uncle Mike, and just knowing, because people, when I first got into sneakers, no one was into sneakers. Like at least like nobody in my high school was into sneakers. And it's crazy now because they always hit me up. They're like, how do you use a sneakers app? Do I have to line up for these shoes this weekend, or can I just buy them on the sneakers app? Like 2 years ago, you guys were telling me I was wasting my money on everything. Or just like, they're like, we don't get why you always have new shoes or whatever. But it was just meeting like real sneakerheads and just learning the history behind it all. And I think I was lucky to get into the game like when it was turning, like people were lining for sneakers still. We saw like really good sneaker conventions where people were there to meet other sneakerheads and not just make a buck. And then it's just everybody's trying to make money off of it. And so I was able to learn the history and able to really envelop myself in a good community where people just wanted to talk about sneakers, not really make money. Yeah,
you entered into the Canadian sneaker community is what you did.
Yeah, pretty
I don't understand how these Americans keep wiggling their way in, man. I really don't get it. But man, no, it's dope. And something that I didn't know, so I looked up, because I know that obviously Canada is a large country by size, but not large in population. And just to put it into perspective for some people, because I had to do the research, the population of Canada is about 30 to 35 million people. The whole country, this big ass place. The population of Texas in 2020 is 29.4 million people.
Holy.
So almost the entire country of
crap.
Canada fits into. Obviously, it's one of the larger states. We'll give it that, but still, yeah. So that gives you just some perspective on the difference in like size. So when you mentioned earlier in the podcast that like you didn't have such a tight knit community in Texas, but you found like that it was in Canada. That's because a lot of the people you're talking to are in Toronto, and that's even obviously significantly smaller than that. Like the population of Toronto and the GTA is maybe on its best day 7-8 million, I would say. So your odds are more likely to find a couple cool people. But would you say that like overall like in your area, like in your city and the major cities around you / in Texas as a whole, or even just in the States, is the community not as tight knit? Like, are you finding that it's smaller and more like inclusive and more of a community elsewhere rather than just a bunch of people who are buying shoes just to buy shoes? Like, are you seeing that that's not where you are, kind of thing?
So the older heads, like, do you guys follow Process HSK on Instagram?
No idea who that is.
No. So Process is a huge dunk collector. Like, he even got, Dion from Concepts hit him up for the lobsters and just sent him a pair.
That's
just
the life.
Yeah, he's big on SBs. He's always been big on SBs. And so the older heads, they kind of took me in. Like, I hang out with a lot of the older heads more than people my age in the Texas sneaker community, just because, like, I don't buy any sneaker because I want to sell it. Like, there isn't a single pair in my collection that I have that I haven't worn or plan on wearing. And I only sell sneakers once I'm 100% done with them, or if I really, really want another pair. And even then, I'm not really trying to make a huge buck off of them. Right now, it's just reselling is huge where I'm at in my city. So you have people who, I think within 2020 alone, like 6 different consignment shops opened up.
Holy. Yeah, it sounds like Toronto's on the same path as that. Yeah.
But they're all like 15 minutes from each other. So you can literally walk to all of them if you wanted to. And then, and some of them they aren't even from Texas. Like people move to Texas, just open a consignment shop. Just because the land is cheaper and everything. And I feel like a lot of the people I'm running into now, they're more about numbers and more about making money than they are about learning history and learning the culture and meeting people who actually collect sneakers. Because all the resellers know each other, but they don't know the people who started the community in Texas, pretty much.
Do you think that, like you mentioned it earlier again, but do you think that leads to you taking more L's, or do you think you would have already been taking the L's regardless? Do you think that the way that the sneaker community is set up, like first of all, not being tight knit, so there's not a lot of people who are looking out for you and being like, yo, I'll enter for you because I don't want this one, / everybody's in it for a quick buck. Do you think that's leading to it being more difficult to get shoes at retail?
I think it was easier to make connections back then. So like even 4 or 5 years ago, it was easier to run into a sneaker store and meet people who knew what they were talking about. And now you walk into a Foot Locker and like the guy's wearing the most beat up pair of like Nikes or like Nike Monarchs or whatever, you know, and they
Monarchs are cool now, man.
Yeah. You can't hold a conversation anymore about sneakers. They're there to sell the shoe and like make money, or even just backdoor the pair, like be able to select their own pairs. When my friends were working at Foot Locker, it was just everybody, they always say to me, like, hey, do you want this pair? Like, is it something that you'd be interested in? And now it's just hard to make those connections because everybody works at Foot Locker. They're there for the white Air Force Ones.
Is that kind of what drew you to like getting to know more people outside of your like immediate vicinity? Because like I've mentioned it a couple times as a joke, but it is like really true that I find a lot of people who are similar to yourself, who are like really interested in like wearing their shoes and like the history of the shoes and like the community side of sneakers and not just like the dollars and cents. And I'm sure it happens elsewhere. I'm not trying to just boost it because we're part of it, but like a lot of people seem to gravitate towards it. Like we have people who listen and people who are friends, and we may have never even met them, from England, from Australia, from all over the US, from different parts of Canada even, drawn to the Canadian and Toronto sneaker community. Is that kind of what drew you to like gravitate into this kind of little bubble we have here?
I'm not sure if I would be part of it if it wasn't for Flippin' Laces.
It
was like I followed him, and then, you know, you get those recommended pages and everything. And so I started following all of you guys. I don't think Lawrence has followed me back yet. That's fine.
I don't follow anyone.
He doesn't follow back a lot of people.
I don't follow anybody. I don't follow my own brother. So,
but it's just, I think Instagram did a really good job. Like, some people say it ruined the sneaker culture because everybody sees sneakers and they want to get into it. But at the same time, it's really made it easy to reach out to people who are really into the game and really want. Because, you know, like there are people who post sneakers just to post sneakers, and there are people who post sneakers like scholared.
Yeah.
Who just want to educate people, or they just want to share their love of sneakers.
Yeah.
And so I think if the community happened anywhere in the world, I would have found it, just because that's all I want to do is find the community and talk to people who want to talk about sneakers. But I just happen to have an in, like a really good in to this community.
You have a great in. And yeah. I'm going to add you to the list of people who have called me out live on the podcast for not following them and guilted me into following them back. Is that what you want, Josh? You want a guilt follow back? All right, I got you. No problem. I'll follow you from the Canada Got Soul account, so I don't have to do it on my personal. Josh, man, this was so... I'm kidding, by the way. I'm kidding. Anybody... I'm not going to get into it now. It's not on purpose, I promise you. I'm working on it. Josh, man, this was so dope. We love talking to people from other markets, other countries, other like hemispheres, literally. So this was awesome. Hopefully we can all link up at Disney and wear cool vintage Disney stuff and talk about sneakers and have a normal life in the future, because this was super dope, and he's gonna show us.
Oh,
Man, like
yeah.
he literally dressed up in a full vintage Disney outfit. He's like, this guy doesn't follow me back. All right, bet I'm gonna show him what he's missing. I see you. I know what you're doing.
You post a lot of Disney stuff now, like all your Disney pickups, and they're good.
I try my best. I really do. That's where all my money goes now. I don't talk about it on the podcast, but that's where all my money goes. We'll talk about it after, Josh. Don't worry. We don't want to bore people. Josh, man, thank you for being here. This was so dope. We appreciate it. This was really fun. And like I said, hopefully we can link up next time you're in Toronto or next time we're in the States. We'll make it happen, because this was really cool. We appreciate you being here.
For sure. Thanks for having me on, guys.
Of course.
I used to practice in my car, just answering questions, and one day I'm going to get on, and hopefully now I'm on, it's cool.
We can tell you practiced.
Nice.
You showed the practice paid off. Some other people have claimed they practiced and they were not ready. You, my friend, you were ready. So we thank you for being ready. Thank you, Josh, and thank you, everybody, wherever you're taking in the episode. Please leave a comment, review, follow, and or subscribe. Make sure to check CanadaGotSoul.ca to shop the latest CGS merch. Peep the YouTube for our latest videos, and check out CGS Talk on Facebook to chop it up with us. Don't forget to use hashtag CanadaGotSoul on Instagram for a feature. Do not forget that. I have been Lawrence Hopkins. You can find me at LDoggyStyles on Instagram. Woof.
I'm Joel Hernandez. You can find me at Joe Dooney, JO_D, 3 O's, NEY.
My name is Alvin Quincy, and you can find me at MISTERQ and then Mars.
Josh, where can all the y'alls find you?
I'm at Wu Tang Shang on Instagram. It's Wu Tang and Shang for Mulan.
Oh, damn. I didn't know that tidbit. That's a good one. Thank you, Josh, and thank you for listening to us talk about sneakers for 154 episodes. And please remember to rock your kicks. This has been True to Size. We have been CGS and Wu Tang Shang, and we are out. Peace. That was dope, bro. Thank you. That was really fun. Really fun.
Word.
Fun, man.
Thanks, bro.
Dream come true.